Hey guys, welcome you all to this new video. We have recently released version 2.1 of the Nisarga add-on and a lot of new features are introduced with this release. And in this video, I am going to show you all of those new features and those existing features which got better now. So before we begin this video, hit the like button and turn that red subscribe button into gray if it is still red. And don't forget to press that bell icon to turn on the notification so that you get the news whenever I upload a new video. So at first we are going to talk about the scatter system. Nisarga's scatter system is full of features and more cool features will be introduced as geometry nodes evolve. So the first feature of the scatter system is randomize scatter. You can randomize the distribution, rotation and scale of the instances in just a single click. And it gives you a completely different result every time you click the button. And also you have 3 checkboxes to choose between what you want to randomize. You can definitely uncheck any of the boxes. Suppose you don't want randomization in the position of the instances or maybe rotation or scale. You can just simply uncheck that box and this will only affect the checked boxes. Nisarga's scatter system also comes with viewport display density control, which is actually a very useful feature for scene optimizations. If you have a huge amount of assets scattered in the scene, you would need some optimizations for easy navigation in the viewport, and there comes this feature handy. You can control the amount of assets to be scattered in the viewport while the density slider controls the amount of assets to be appeared in the render. Another cool feature for viewport optimization is bounding box display. You can toggle bounding box display for the high-res assets which eats up a lot of memory. And when you click on this button, it will show bounding box for the assets of the selected scatter system. And this keeps viewport navigations fast, and in the render you will see the actual geometry. And you can toggle it back anytime for the viewport also. And the next is paint density, and it is among very essential features of a scatter system. You can weight paint to mask the area where you want to paint out the density of a scatter system. Once you click on paint density button, it will take you to weight paint mode, and in here you can do whatever you want. And then when you click on return to object mode, it will take you back to the object mode. And with this, another cool feature I wanted to show you is you can also enable or disable the weight paint mask in a single click without losing your vertex paint data. And next is the most exciting feature of this release, and my favorite one, masks. Currently there are 2, but we are going to introduce more kind of mask in the further releases. So the 2 available masking options are height mask, also known as altitude mask, and the second one is slope mask. You can enable them by clicking on the icon right in front of them, and you can also disable them using the same icon. When disable it, it will turn into red. So let me show you the first one first, height mask, and it is very easy to use. Is you have 2 main sliders, minimum elevation and maximum elevation. Tweak those settings to achieve what you want. And another slider is fall off. As its name suggests, using this slider you can control the fall off of the elevation mask, and you can directly invert the mask using the invert checkbox. And now let me show you another type of mask, slope mask, and this one is interesting too. Is you can mask out your scattered assets based on slope of the terrain, and this feature can be extremely useful for the users who want to distribute the vegetation depending on the slope of terrain. And for this also we have 2 simple sliders, minimum slope and maximum slope. Tweak those sliders to achieve the desired results, and in this also you can invert the mask by simply clicking on the invert checkbox. And you can also control the fall off of the slope using the fall off sliders if you want to do so. And the next feature is locking scatter systems. This feature is very useful for you so that you do not mess up with wrong scatter systems if the other system got selected by mistake. You can click on the lock icon and this will lock your settings up, and clicking again on it will release the lock and you can tweak the settings back. And the last feature from the Nisarga's scatter system is geometry nodes based procedural wind animation system. Currently this works only for grasses and flowers and mostly useful in cases of huge amount of grass. You can control the wind animation strength with the strength slider and toggle the animation by clicking on the icon. So this was the sneak peek to Nisarga's scatter system. Now let me show you the Nisarga's library and spawning of the assets, and also showcasing the features related to spawning of the assets. So let's begin with the make editable button. By default, the assets are spawned in a way to save the memory and thus are linked assets. But you can click on make editable button and this will actually import the asset into the scene and you will be able to edit the assets. The next feature is add asset at 3D cursor. And using this feature you can choose whether you want to spawn the asset to the world origin by default or you want to spawn it at the 3D cursor's location. You just need to choose any one of them and then click on add asset, and the asset will be spawned at the location depending upon the chosen option. Coming to the next feature, snap to ground. This feature is extremely useful to align the assets to ground. You can easily snap the assets to the terrain below it, and this feature works with multiple assets. You can just simply select them all and hit the snap asset to ground button, and all the flying assets will land on the terrain. And the next one is randomize, another handy feature of the add-on. You can randomize the orientation of the assets just within a single click of a button. This too works with multiple assets, so you can randomize all of them within a single click. You can read more about the add-on on its page on Blender Market. The add-on has 3 variants: Ultimate, Pro and Lite. An Ultimate version consists of the full library, while the Pro version has 50% of the assets and the Lite version holds around 1/3 of the library. And if you purchase it right now, you can get it at 25% off on Blender Market, as it is on Cyber Weekend sales. You can see all of the features listed here that I showed you in this video. And hold on, there are some more which I skipped in this video. Like, you can directly check for updates from right inside the Blender. Just in the preferences, you can click on check for updates button. And if there will be any update to the add-on, you will get notified right then. And then you can keep yourself updated to the latest version of the add-on. You can also take a look at all of the assets from the Blender Market page, where we have provided buttons for each of the asset category. And upon clicking on any of these buttons, you will see a collage of all of the assets in a single pic. And at the bottom of the page, you will find the link to the documentation of the add-on and our help page, where you can ask for help anytime if you face any kind of the issue using the add-on or while installing it. You can report that directly from there. You can also find my add-on on Davoxel Marketplace, and there too you can get it at 25% discount during Black Friday sales, and it is mostly available on minimum discount of 10% on Davoxel Marketplace, so you can check it out right there. If you have missed the Cyber Weekend sales, no worries, you will still get it at some discount there. Anyways, hope you like the video. If you do like the video, you know what to do. Just press the like button and also that subscribe button, and you will get all of the link in the description, so you can check it out right from there. See you soon in the next video. Till then, signing off. Bye bye.